back to Linton on Ouse in North Yorkshire, where we've come back tonight to do a report on the day that the first migrants should have been arriving at this camp. And it looks like the villagers, with their legal challenge, have managed to get that delayed. Now, getting it delayed obviously doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So, are there still 1,500 migrant men coming into this little village? Yeah, it's been postponed, Martin, but for how long for? Now, there's been hearsay in the village by a couple of people that believe that there were some inside already. There'd been some sort of toiletry van being watched going into the barracks. Hi Chris, yeah, I've actually been there. We did a report from there a couple of weeks back, and yeah, there's a stop to that at the moment too, isn't there? But you know, we don't want to be fooled today, everyone. You know, you move them from one particular area and then you just move them into someone else's area. You know, nobody wants all these migrant men on their doorstep today. So yeah, pretty little village of Linton on Ouse. We've just actually walked up from the other side of the village and didn't pass a soul. I think one person passes in the car. Yeah, it's just not on in any village or town or even city. Yeah, I believe that they're in hotels within Hull as well. We've been to the Royal, we've been to the Dorchester, and I believe there's another hotel. I believe there is a care home within Hull, all housing the migrant men. And if you follow the wonderful Chris Johnson on Facebook, then you would see this morning that they're still coming in their hundreds daily. You think that we had a lot of migrants coming over the channel last year. Wait till you see at the end of this year, because I can assure you that it is only the weather that is stopping the migrants. It's no thought of going to Rwanda. Even if Priti Patel says that she's going to deport these migrants, then you get the lawyers that just take them straight back off the planes. Criminals. The lawyers would rather have criminals in our country than deport them for their own human rights. And as you can imagine, the migrants know exactly how to play the system today. So yeah, this is RAF Linton on Ouse, where the 1,500 migrant men should be arriving from today. We're just going to take a little walk back up the main street, because as we drove down there was quite a few cars outside the village hall. And as we've just walked back up, we've actually seen a police officer. So let's just go and take a look up there. But yeah, just taking this beautiful scenery as we're walking. It's just absolutely beautiful, this North Yorkshire. So proud to be from Yorkshire myself today. And if you'd have seen the weather when we first set off, it was absolutely throwing it down. And the sun's come out for us as we've arrived today. It's beautiful. It's beautiful here, but you know, the thought of 1,500 migrant men turning up here is just ridiculous. And wherever they turn up, you know, if you look back on my YouTube channel, I'll just put my phone down because there's someone walking. If you look at my YouTube channel, you'll have seen all the hotels that have been visited. And there's just still more and more to come.
Right, a couple of suits there.
Yeah, there's something going off today, but let's go and see. Yeah, we've come from that way, so yeah, it was absolutely shocking, wasn't it, the weather? So haven't you got the sun that we've got over here in York? Right, we come up to the village hall, guys, and there's just... Oh, it's an interview by the looks, but there's definitely a police officer, wasn't there, earlier? Yeah. It's obviously media. I say, my local contact says, you know, there's just so much media here all the time, which is understandable. So I wonder what is going on there at the village hall. They don't want to do his interview while I'm there. No, I'll come out of your way because I'll be in the background there of your interview. I won't come in your interview.
All right, yeah.
Okay, I'm just filming. You know, I won't come in your... Are you pointing that way? Yeah. I think it might be GB knows.
Could be. One of them, innit?
Yeah. Let's have a little look round here because it was very strange to have a police officer here. Yeah, I saw that last time. So if you remember this, walking down here, everyone we weren't allowed to come by the police here, and it was the night of the meeting. But yeah, beautiful Linton on it was a village hall. Not many of us have village halls where we live, do we? But yeah, how long is it going to stay as beautiful as this? What's this, a park? Oh, a nice little park for the migrants too, behind the village hall. Yeah. Welcome to Linton on Ouse, everyone. So yeah, I wonder how long this delay is going to be, because the first migrants were supposed to arrive today, and it was then postponed for them to arrive in June, which, as we all know, June is only tomorrow. So yeah, just keep watching this space. I will keep popping over to Linton, as I'm only half an hour down the road. I will come keep reporting from here. Like I say, there was talk that the migrants were already in here by a couple of sources. So yeah, just keep watching. Just if you've got children and you live in this area, just be very, very careful. Just make them aware that, you know, things are not always how they seem today, and we have to protect our children. But yeah, just look how quiet it is. So peaceful. And there's just a motorhome site I've just noticed as I've just drove in this time, which I'd been looking to stay in my motorhome, and it's literally just out of the town centre. Main Street. And I certainly won't be taking my motorhome there. I think it maybe is. I think it is GB News, guys, but I just didn't want to invade their privacy, because I know they've been here earlier, because I've actually been sharing their things on Facebook. But yeah, look at it. Look at this beautiful little village. Just can't move 1,500 migrant men into this village. It's just ridiculous. But you know what? You can't put 1,500 of them anywhere that they are allowed to roam free. If they had to stay within the perimeter of this base, because they seem to be getting lots and lots of facilities in there for them today, then why the need for them to be able to roam the streets and actually terrify the local ladies and the local children? You know, some of the conversations that these mothers will be having to have with their children today, no parent should have to do, but they're going to have to do to make sure that they keep the children safe. Yeah, looking at the banners. I was actually driving through the village myself at first, and I thought, I wonder if they will have their banners up. Some have, some haven't, but I think they've more worrying things on their hands. The thought of the migrant men descending on their village. You just wouldn't believe it, would you? You wouldn't believe that this village is going to take all those men. Do you know what? It's so sad, isn't it, when you see the politicians all saying refugees welcome here. But you know what? They wouldn't have them on their doorstep, would they? They'd be soon marched out of the nearest hotel or base. Are they taking pictures? He wanted to taking a picture. He had his phone up then, so I think one of the neighbours took him. So, anyway, a guy at that house there, I don't know if anybody knows the guy at that house there, but have you just been taking a photo of me? Have you been taking a photo of me? Have you just been taking a photo of me? Well, it looked like you was filming me too. And anyway, I'm on a public space, so I'm allowed to. Listen, I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm a reporter, and I'm just reporting from here. Sorry? You didn't ask. You told me.
No, I am.
Well, why are you being so aggressive? What do you mean you know who I am? Yeah, who am I then?
Who am I? Exactly.
Listen, right, I've got every right to come and do a report from here.
What you're up to? You own this village.
Listen, I live in Yorkshire, and if I want to come and report, not one person dare come out and speak, could there? Well, good luck when 1,500 migrant men appear, yeah? And you've no police to help you. Good luck. Do you know what an absolute arsehole? So that's the guys in their ivory towers, and he was taking pictures of me because I just turned to the side and I thought, what's he doing there? And he didn't expect his dog to run out to me. obviously to come and fuss me. What horrible, horrible people. You know, I am a concerned mum. I live in Yorkshire. I come here in my motorhome and I'm allowed to come and report from here. Shame. Shame on the locals.
Hiya.
Hiya. Do you know, I can't even be bothered to even give him my breath. I just was quite cross that he was taking pictures of me, and then when I turned round, he told me to stop taking pictures of him. We have a little pub here as well, in Linton on Ouse. Now this pub here, the College Arms, I believe is called Linton on Ouse on the Facebook pages. And I think these were very nasty to the terrified local ladies. So yeah, one person didn't have the guts to speak to me. He thought it would be okay to take photos of me and then slander me. Yeah, they're people like him are more upset about concerned people coming into their village than they are for 1,500 migrant men. So yeah, these are your NIMBYs that are not bothered about the migrant men turning up. They're more bothered about the human rights of them stuck here. Well, what an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace. So just roll back a few weeks for people who are not up to date with what's been happening. When I heard that the migrant men were coming to Linton on Ouse, I decided to take a visit, and some local ladies who were terrified invited me to their houses, and we talked, and they wanted to arrange a protest within the village, which I said that I would come along and support them. Now, as soon as these three ladies arranged this protest, they were labelled with the names far right and racist. Now, one of these ladies had never even heard of the name far right. I've got a thick skin today. It just means concerned parents. Yeah, and the NIMBYs of this village slandered them, calling them all names under the sun for having the courage to stand up and say that they were terrified that these migrant men were coming to their little village. But yet the NIMBYs said that they didn't want that demonstration because people within the far right had come. It's just a ridiculous label that needs dropping. Anybody who is clearly educated knows that far right racist is just a ridiculous word, but it's a word that the left like to throw about and use, and it makes me sick today. All I'm out today is giving my time up is so I can show you guys this, and for the sake of our children today. I see too many of the stories on Facebook with the paedophile hunters, and we're just inviting more and more into our country. I know it's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful area, but you know, the people that are in this village just seem to want the migrant men moved onto your doorstep. Get that right? Linton on Ouse NIMBYs do not want the migrant camp here. They want it moving to someone else's. Dorset, which is, yeah, completely wrong. My suggestion would be to stop them leaving France. There's 3 beaches that they set off from, you know, and if people try to stop telling me that it's not all in a plan, it's definitely all in a plan, because it could be stopped right now. Right, guys, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. I will keep popping back because it wouldn't surprise me if migrants do turn up here in the near future. I think they've just delayed them a little bit just to let them get over it, and then, yeah, they'll be back. But I have some lovely local ladies that pass information on to me, and yeah, I'm literally half an hour down the road, so I'll be back to report. So please, yeah, please share this for everyone, and subscribe to my channel if you like my work. I appreciate everybody that does watch and share, because, you know, I still get today from the public, thank you, I didn't know that this was happening today. So good afternoon from Yorkshire Rose, and I'll see you all again. I will be out on Thursday.